Good morning. This is Kemi Omalolololaya for all my children on Instagram. It's Online Mommy. It's 21st of May 2019, and I wanted to update you on what I feel about the Naira Marley case. There's a lot of mistakes, a lot. Okay, everybody saw the image of Naira coming out of the courtroom with heavy security, EFCC, mobile police, name it, they had it. The guy is not an armed robber. He's not a murderer. The kind of security scrum around him was ridiculous. Okay, what's a scrum? SCRUM. Okay, a media scrum is when you have 2,000 media outlets standing in front of somebody with 2,000 microphones. He was escorted out with heavy security. Nobody's trying to free him. That security was too much. There's a show going on, and the EFCC is actually doing the same thing they were blaming his management for: propaganda. Okay? If you didn't know what was going on and you were abroad in another country, some of my colleagues in America and Canada, journalists, were watching this video. I sent it to them and they were like, what did the guy do? Did he kill somebody, or did he, embezzle millions and billions and stuff? I said, none of it. Okay, the EFCC is creating propaganda. Okay, Mr. Magu, you have to reassess what the anti-graft agency is doing here. Okay, the charges, 11 charges, I've examined all of them, and most of these charges are bogus. First of all, you said he stole a credit card, or he allegedly stole a credit card, or he allegedly tried to use it. The number you have as a credit card number on the internet, on press releases from media, okay, it's not a real card number. I'm telling you that because I'm challenging you. When you put out a credit card number, you want to accuse somebody of using it, you have to encrypt it. The number is not encrypted. You just wrote it out there. Don't you know real fraudsters, the real Yahoo boys, will actually take that number and test it out on every bank in the world? Oh yeah. They can take that credit card number and try with every bank in Nigeria, First Bank, GT, Union, everybody. If it doesn't work, they'll try it on another one. You guys are an anti-graft agency. You need to know how money is stolen and how fraud is done. Okay, do you know about skimming? Skimming at the ATM? People that put skimming, devices at the ATM so they can steal people's numbers. That's also another thing. And then they go and print the cards inside their houses. This thing is very common in America and Canada. Know how it's done. Know these things. You did not do your job by posting that number straight up, okay, in there. And that card number is inactive. Was it made up? We as journalists, okay, I might be a retired journalist, but this transparency that you need to give this investigation, and this investigation is not transparent, okay? I'm left, right, and center watching you guys at the EFCC. There is something called music activism. If you've never heard of it before, Google it. To all my fans, you need to go and Google music activism. It's not new. Everywhere in West Africa, East Africa, all over the world, there is music activism. This year, 2019, was election day in several countries around the world. People are using music to reach a lot of people, to reach politicians. Look at Senegal. They're rapping over there. The news, they're rapping it. Even the political candidates are hiring the rappers to do the campaign for them by rapping what they want to do. Music activism is the next thing. But it started here in Nigeria by one person that was persecuted left, right, and center by the government, and that would be Fela and Nicola Kuti. What did Fela do? Nothing really. Many of you young people that are supporting Naira Marley, many of you weren't born. All Fela did was sing about the government, sing about society, sing about what was going on. So they can't sing about what was going on? President Obasanjo, you threw Fela's mother from the 3rd floor of a building in April 1978. This is the same year I was 13 years old. I was in that accident, Ali Moscow riot. My brother, 8 years old, had brain damage. Taya's 49 now and is still living with brain damage. God has sustained him. He has made it to 49, but he's maimed for life. That year, if you remember President Obasanjo, I was in the same bed Mrs. Kuti died in. at the hospital. When she died, they removed her body, and I was transferred to that bed. And in walks Fela Ransom Kuti. At the time, Fela just wanted to take a look at the room for the last time where his mother died. That was the only time I met Fela in my life. I even thought he came to visit me on that bed. But leaving that bed, the joke is still out there. Seun Kuti actually jiggled about that joke once when I spoke to him online. This is why I'm an activist. Who would know the 13-year-old girl that slept in Fela's mother's bed will become an activist later? If you go on Wikipedia, list of Nigerian women activists, Funlayo Ransom Kuti, and I'm up there, Kemi Omololu Olonlayo. I must use my activism well. I must teach young people about transparency in the government. Okay, this is not the Fela era with the military dictators, one after the other arresting him because he's singing. This is a democracy that started in 1999 and probably failed. 20 years. Next week, we celebrate 20 years of democracy. President Buhari, one of the people that arrested Fela, by the way, President Buhari becomes the president again. Where are we going? We've recycled President Buhari 3 times, but where are we going with this democracy? Are we going anywhere? This is pure dictatorship. President Buhari, please release this young man, Naira Marley. This is a popular culture situation. We all need to open our eyes and look at what is going on in America right now in hip-hop. Open your eyes. Okay, 6X9, YMW Melly, Tentacion, he was killed last year. All these rappers that have tattoos on their faces, crosses and everything. Look at the trend and look at what they're singing about. Has anybody arrested them? No, because they're protected by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, we the media, freedom of expression, the people. Naira Marley cannot express himself. He's become the new Fela. My Yahoo boy, Simi, when I told you to shut your mouth up, okay, you didn't. You started this whole thing. Did you know that? If you don't want Yahoo boys to buy your songs, then shut up. Nobody cares, all right? I'm a journalist, and I always tell people, when I did stories about Linda Keji, Davido, anybody I did stories about and you didn't like it, all I heard was, leave Davido alone. Leave Linda alone. You know what I told those people? Leave my blog alone. Get out. Don't follow me. Simi said, don't buy my CDs. What is it? Your CDs were selling big, or you were so big? Come on, Simi. All right? The only song I know you sang that really caught my attention was Joromi, and I'm a 24-year music journalist. Joromi is not even your song. That's Waifu's song, Victor Waifo. And he almost sued you for stealing his song and whatever. And you know the whole publishing thing. Your music is not original, Simi. I'm sorry. I have to call you out. All right? Your husband, Adekunle, silver, gold, whatever, he's got original music. Your music is good, but you're doing the same thing that Diddy did. Nobody said it's wrong. Diddy samples music. He did all the old school music in the days, okay, when he started his record label, Bad Boy. Creativity is very important. Naira has a following. Somebody's name is Naira Marley. Don't you know what the Naira is, everybody? That's Nigeria's big currency. When I left for America and UK at 14 years old, the Naira was higher than the dollar and equal to the pound. Yeah, 1 to 1, 1 to 0.5. I remember going to UBA with 10,000 Naira and coming back with $12,000 and traveling back to school. Naira Marley is now a legend in the music industry and in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Naira.